Hi everyone, I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to learn exogenetic process part 2. So in the last class we have studied about the work of rivers, and today in this part we are going to learn the work of glaciers. That means when we learned about the work of rivers, how the work is making the different types of landforms through its transportational, erosional and depositional activities. Same manner, here today we are going to learn the work of glaciers. That means glaciers are also playing an important role in making different types of landforms through its erosional, transportational and depositional work. Where can we see these glaciers? Did you see the picture of Arctic and Arctic regions? So we know that that place is very beautiful because it is fully covered with the snow. So what are the features of that places? The places we can tell that where the temperature are below the freezing point. Precipitation in our region, it is in the form of rainfall. But in that type of region, that means temperature, which regions where temperature below the freezing point, that region's precipitation will be in the form of snowfall. Layers of snow accumulate on the earth's surface. So the heavy weight of the snowfall or the snow will lead for the movement of that snow. The accumulated snow will start to move along the slope. And the speed of glaciers depends on the three factors: thickness of the ice, second one temperature, and the last one the slope of the land. Next we are going to study about the landforms which are forming by the glaciers through its erosional, transportational and depositional work. So first we will study about the erosional work of glaciers. When I taught about the work of river, there I told that erosion is mainly occurring in the on the river bed. Same manner, the glaciers, that means erosional work of glacier also will be mainly it is occurring in the glacier bed and the glacier bank. Okay, so according to the erosion, it is forming different types of landforms such as hanging valley, U-shaped valley, cirque, etc. are some of the examples of erosional work of glaciers.
Here you can see the erosional work of glacier, horn, arete, cirque. Moving ice gets deposited at the foothills. Then weathering by melted water leads to deepening basal portion. Such deepened portions at the base of the slopes are called cirques. The cirque and the mountain behind it with steep slope together look like a big armchair. If cirques develop on all the sides of the mountain slope, then the summit of the mountain, that means the top portion of the mountain, looks like a horn. This is called horn, and it is also known as Matterhorn, or an example for horn, it is a Matterhorn in the Alps along the borders of Italy and Switzerland in Europe is the world famous example of horn. Next one, arete. That means a chain of hills with a sharp cliff base is known as arete. That means we can see that it is formed due to the intensive erosion between cirque. That means it is it looks like a edge or sharp edge, or it has a knife edge. So this edge portion, in simple manner we can tell that the edge of this portion, here you can see this is known as arete. Next we are going to learn about what is hanging valley and U-shaped valley. These are also the landforms which are forming due to the erosional work of glaciers. So When we learnt about the rivers, there we learned that there is major rivers or main rivers and tributary rivers. Same manner here also we can see the tributary glaciers and main glaciers. So the upper part, that is an example for the, or what we can see, that is a tributary glacier, and the base level what you are seeing now, that is a main glacier. The amount of snow in a tributary glacier is less compared to the main glacier. Consequently, erosion happens at a lower scale. In the main glacier, snow is accumulated to full height in its bed. When the main and the tributary glaciers meet, the height of snow is the same rather than the heights of their beds. The bottom of the tributary glacier is at higher level than the bottom of the main glacier. Consequently, erosion happens at a lower scale. In the main glacier, snow is accumulated to full height in its bed. When the main and the tributary glaciers meet, the height of snow is the same rather than the heights of their beds. The bottom of the tributary glacier is at higher level than the bottom of the main glacier. When snow melts, the difference in height of their bases becomes visible, because before this full area is covered with the snow, so it was not visible. That means there are two bases or the two parts of these valleys. Okay, when ice melt, these base were visible. So downside we can see that the main, it is a glacier bed, a main glacier bed, and the top position, that means which one is hanging there, that is the tributary glaciers bed. Okay, so here which one, so here you can see in this figure the valley of the tributary glacier, that means here is higher and appears like it is hanging over the valley of the main glacier, that you can see in this downside. Therefore, such a valley, that means the valley which is hanged to the main glacier, it is known as hanging valley. And if you are observing here this the glacier bed of this main glacier, or the main glacier bed got the shape of the letter U, so it is known as U-shaped valleys. Next erosional work of glacier, it is roche-montagne. That means landform found in the glacier bed. It is formed due to erosional work of glacier. The passage of glacier ice over underlying rock, the upslope side smooth while the downslope side becomes rough because of weathering by melted water. This is called roche-montagne. Here on this figure you can see that here this area, it is covered with the snow or the glacier. So here this outer part, it will be very smooth and fine, but this area, that means on this rock, it is very rough because of the weathering. Then how this weathering is occurring here is due to the melted ice. Okay, so this ice water is the reason for weathering of this rock, and this shape, it is known as roche-montagne. That means it is also known as the sheep back. So this landform got the structure or the shape like a sheep back. So this is known as sheep back.
I hope you all understood about the different types of landforms which are formed by the erosional work of glaciers. Now next we will study about the transportational and depositional work of glaciers. So transportational work. When we learn about the rivers work, it means the always river water is bringing the sediments. Same manner, glacier is also bringing the sediments or the debris. It is known as moraines. What is that? Moraines. Moraines means the sediments or the debris which is bringing by the glacier, it is known as moraine. And depending upon the deposition of this moraine, it is divided into, or it is classified into 4 types. They are ground moraine, medial moraine, lateral moraine and terminal moraine. We can study about the different types of moraine with the help of a diagram.
Now you can see the diagram of a moraine, and moraine means, I already explained that means the glacier carried the lot eroded materials. That means the lot eroded materials like sediments, it is known as moraine. Here you can see the different types of moraine such as ground moraine, lateral moraine, medial moraine and a terminal moraine, where it is deposited, and according to that it is forming the different types of landforms. So the first one, it is ground moraine. Ground moraine, you can see here, the materials at a glacier base is known as ground moraine. And second one, it is lateral moraine. Lateral moraine means which is the glacier which is deposited the moraines the sidewise. So here the sidewise which is deposited, it is known as lateral moraine. And the third one, it is medial moraine. It is formed at the center of the glaciers, or we can see, or it is forming in the inner sides of 2 adjacent glaciers. Here you can see in this diagram, in this area we can see which all sediments are deposited, or the moraines are deposited by the glacier. It leads for the formation of this medial moraine. And the last one, it is terminal. It's like its name itself, at the end the glacier turns into a stream. So here in this diagram you can see, so this is an example, the moraines which is deposited in this region, it is known as terminal moraines. That means at the end, or the place where the glacier turns into a stream.
So I think it is clear to you. Now the next one, the last one, is the depositional work of glaciers. Examples for the depositional work of glaciers, they are eskers and drumlins.
Drumlins is an example, or it is a landform which is formed due to the depositional work of moraines. They are generally egg-shaped. You can see here in this figure, it is just like a egg-shaped, and if there are many hills of this type in a region, we can call it is a egg basket. Esker is also a depositional landform which is formed by the glaciers. That means if you are observing this figure, you can see that it is a narrow and it is long winding ridges produced through deposition of moraines. So this edge portion you can see, ridge means the edge.
Yes, hope all of you understood today's topic. So you have to draw the picture of moraine in your notebook as activity, and learn the types of moraine and depositional work of glaciers. Thank you.